Hello and welcome to Think Watercolour. Today's demonstration is this field of stubble with a light covering of snow. It's my interpretation of this photo from last winter. The trick when working from photos is to try not to copy them too slavishly. Keep things loose and simple and just enjoy the process. I began by making a quick sketch on this piece of 300 grams Saunders Waterford rough paper. Again, not trying to make an exact copy of the photo. Then I used some masking fluid on the foreground hedgerow to help retain some of the white paper for later. Quick tip for when you're using masking fluid: if you rub some soft soap into the bristles of the brush you're going to use, it just stops the masking fluid sticking to the brush and makes it much easier to clean afterwards. I mixed a thin wash of Naples yellow and a wash of ultramarine with some burnt sienna for the sky, and just on dry paper just painted the yellow first and then added the bluish grey. Let them blend together, leaving a few gaps here and there. Again, it's a quick sketch, so I wasn't too fussy. Then added some more of the burnt sienna to the mix, just to make it a little bit of a warmer grey for the background trees behind the buildings and in the distance. Again on dry paper, just letting it blend a little bit into the sky. Then for the shadows in the snow on the ground, I added a little bit more blue to take it back to that bluey grey, just to indicate the ruts in the field. Again, not trying to copy the photograph too slavishly. I didn't want to create an illustration. This is a quick sketch, keeping it very loose. On the side of the field nearest to us, there are some ruts created by farm machinery going along a track along the edge of the field. So these ruts are quite deep. So there's more shadow in those and slightly stronger shadow as they're nearer to us. I tried to keep the palette for this sketch very simple. So far I've only used Naples yellow, ultramarine and burnt sienna. And it just helps to create a bit of harmony in the painting. For the buildings, I'm starting with some burnt sienna, then adding some Van Dyke brown to the mix, just wet in wet, letting it all blend together for the hedgerow and the buildings. And just keeping it very, very simple, and just using some of that bluey grey for the just to darken the distant trees behind the buildings, just to emphasise the whiteness of the snow on their roofs. The area that I painted earlier is dried very light, so just darkening it a little bit, and again just dropping a little of that blue in onto the buildings, just wet in wet, not being too fussy about the colours, keeping it simple and harmonious, just using a damp brush to soften the edges. Just dropping a little bit more of the Van Dyke brown into the hedgerow. For the foreground hedge, I'm just using some yellow ochre, fairly neat, just to indicate very loosely with a rigger some a tangle of branches and twigs. I'm painting over where I painted the masking fluid earlier. Once I rub that off, there'll be a lot of white, and I'll go over it again, but I just wanted to make sure I had some patches of white where there's snow on the hedgerow. Just using the Van Dyke brown to add a bit of variety in the colour of the hedgerow twigs. Just using the side of the rigger just to block in a few darker patches, just to bring that forward in the painting. Again, using the rigger and some Van Dyke brown just to indicate some of the darker branches and twigs sticking up from the hedgerow. Putting these foreground details in just adds depth to the painting. Just adding the branches coming in from the left in the foreground, just to position them. I'll add a little bit more detail later. Now that the washes along the hedgerow are dry, I'm just adding some of the trees that are a little bit nearer to us along either side of the farm buildings. Nothing too specific, keeping it fairly vague. Tree on the left's a conifer some sort, and I'll add a couple of deciduous trees along the hedgerow as well. Again, not trying to slavishly copy that photograph, just using it as a reference, editing out a few of the trees that are in it, just to keep it a little bit simple. Just using the side of a brush just to indicate the branches at the tops of the trees. For this stubble, I'm just using some Van Dyke brown with a rigger. Again, not trying to put too much detail in, just the suggestion of what's there. The viewer's eye will do the rest. As long as you've got the perspective lines pretty much correct, then it'll all look fine. As this is such a simple image, it may be a good one for those of you who want to have a go yourselves. If you just freeze the start of the video with the reference photo and just make your own sketch and do what I've done, interpret it your way and see what you can come up with. I've kept the palette to a minimum, as I said. I've actually used Naples yellow, ultramarine, burnt sienna, Van Dyke brown and yellow ochre. That's it, 5 colours. It creates harmony. You've got the white of the snow to draw things together. So do have a go and see what you can come up with. Just putting in the stubble that's sticking up along the some of the ruts where the tractors and other farm machinery have been. Just added a touch of jadeite green to the Van Dyke brown mix, so that makes it 6 colours in total. But there's such a small amount, it really doesn't make a lot of difference. Just to strengthen the value for the tree trunks and the branches on those hedgerow trees. I think I may have gone a bit too dark on a couple of the trunks. I'll just blot those out with a piece of kitchen towel and then redo them, trying to keep them a little bit lighter. That's better. Again, just strengthening the shadow under the eaves on those farm buildings. Nothing too specific, keeping it very loose and vague. Just using the side of rushes to strengthen the upper branches of those trees. I've taken the masking fluid off now and just going over with a little bit of the yellow ochre and some of the Van Dyke brown, just to take out some of the white that I left with the masking fluid. Just wanted to make sure I had some patches of white in that near hedgerow. Just using the side of a rigger just to put some darker patches in the hedgerow nearer to us, and it just brings it forward to the viewer's eye, adds depth to the painting, as I said before. I'm just strengthening those foreground branches coming in from the left of the picture. Just helps to create a framework. Here I'm just adding some neat yellow ochre onto those leaves just to lighten them a little bit. They're dried a little bit dark, and it just brings them forward a bit better with them being lighter. And I think I'm pretty much done. I'm just going to let everything dry and see if I need to make any amendments. I'm not totally happy with the hedgerow at the foreground, but I'll have a look and see what I think. Okay, I've made a few minor tweaks to the foreground hedgerow, and with some white gouache I've added some snow to those branches coming in from the left, just to give them a little bit more depth. And I'm pretty happy with it now, so I'm done. So thank you so much for watching. I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, do give it a like. It really helps with YouTube. If you're not a subscriber, do subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos. I do try to post once a week to 10 days. And once more, thanks for watching.